We've got a dark background today. That's right, folks. What is going on, y'all? FST here. Just waiting for you guys to get in here. I think we should be live. Just double checking. Let me know if you guys can hear me or see me. And if you guys can, let me know if I am good to go. I think I'm live. I'm pretty sure I'm live. It's showing me I'm live. And I see the comments. Okay. I think I should be good. Yeah. I am setting the mood, Jason. I am setting the mood. We've got a dark background today because the night is darkest before the dawn. And the question is, will the Chicago Bears rise again? And it is dark right now in the city of Chicago. Not literally, figuratively speaking, but it is dark in the city of Chicago. Yes. Shout out Aaron Rodgers for that quote, but really shout out Batman. Shout out Dark Knight. That's where the quote's from, by the way. So, yeah. Will the Bears rise again? So you guys see the title here is week 2. I can't believe I'm even asking this question, and I promise you it is not even a clickbait question. Is week 2 already a must-win for the Chicago Bears? Can you guys believe that? We are in week 2 of this season, and I'm asking the question if it's a must-win because of the debacle that we saw in week 1. That is absolutely insane to me. All right, so let's start with this. Before I answer the question, let's start with this. Obviously, you guys can go ahead and send in your question, super chat if you want your question answered for sure. But I'm going to try to get through all of these. So I see a lot of you guys in here. Thank you guys for joining. I need to call out more people today. All right. I need to call out more people today before I talk about week 2, right? I need to call out the entire Bears organization at this point for how much drama has gone on from the Sunday that we played the Packers. I mean, we have got coaches getting defensive, acting like they don't know what they're doing. We've got players with no confidence. We've got ownership that's angry. I mean, it's bad, folks. It's bad. It was a total and complete disaster. Duke with the super chat. Yes, I appreciate that. Exactly what you said. The weekend was a total disaster. All right. And let me just say this. All right. Let me just say this. We'll start with the head coach, Matt Eberflus. Matt Eberflus had a quote where he basically said, and he was asked, why was DJ Moore not in the game after he caught a couple passes when the Bears were in the red zone? And he said, I don't know. I think he needed a breather. I don't know. You have to ask him. What? Matt Eberflus, you are the head coach of the football team. Let me repeat that. You are the head coach of the football team. How do you not know if your best offensive player is in the game or not? And why don't you know that? That is ineptitude at its finest. And by the way, what exactly has Matt Eberflus brought to this team since we've gotten him? And I know it's one game, but I've got last season to go off of, right? I've got last season to go off of. The Bears went 3-14. What has Matt Eberflus brought to this team? He's invisible. The energy just isn't there. Like, I don't know what he brings to this team. His side of the football that he, coaches isn't even elite. The Bears haven't even gotten good defensively. So it's like the hits philosophy, culture. What culture? You're the losingest coach in Bears history right now. And I know the team wasn't good, but my goodness, we've seen bad rosters get coached up by good coaching. Matt Eberflus, get it together. Get it together, man. Let's talk about Justin Fields real quick. Justin Fields looks like he has no confidence at this point, man. If you guys saw the press conference, he was asked, why weren't you aggressive? And he was saying, I don't know. And then he's talking about, the coaches and the OC, and we got to get on the same page. It's like, Justin, you are the quarterback of the football team. By default, you're the leader. I need you to just exude that confidence. Even if you don't feel it, just fake it, man. Fake it so the team rallies around you. You got to get them together. Appreciate the super chat again, Duke. The number one pick is all he has given us. Referring to Matt Eberflus, yes, that is correct. That's all he's given us. Equivalent to Mark Trestman, Christopher, I saw that. So yeah, let me just finish on this. Justin Fields needs to get his confidence back, man. Please, Justin, just, and I know this coaching staff may have gotten it out of you, right? The coaching staff may have kind of made your confidence worse, but you got to just rally the guys around you and just, be a leader and just say, you know what, we're going to get together. We're going to do what we need to do. And we're going to go ahead and, go out there and try to win on Sunday. But it's like, there's no confidence in his voice at this point, which is so scary to me. Okay. And then the other thing too, we just heard today that apparently, this is from the Bears blog, that ownership is angry. The McCaskies. George McCaskey is not happy. He met with Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles. No, duh. George, you hired these guys. Of course you're not going to be happy. But look at yourself first in the mirror because you hired these guys. Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus haven't done anything so far. All right? Haven't done anything. You hired these guys. Maybe they need more time. Maybe the jury's still out. But you hired these guys. How are you angry at this point? You should be angry with yourself. All right? For hiring incompetence. So it's just bad at this point, man. It's just everybody, like I said, coaches are defensive, players don't have confidence, ownership's angry, so much drama. Like 1 week in, this is why I asked the question, is week 2 a must win? Because if the Bears lose to the Bucs on Sunday in week 2, and let's say they get blown out again, you got the Chiefs in week 3, you're not winning that one, so now you're 0-3. Another week is almost a quarter of the season. And yeah, it might be time to call for people's jobs at that point. I don't know who's going to get fired right now after week 2. But man, 2 more weeks after that, you could talk about it. And honestly, folks, the team could implode. I'm talking chemistry-wise, losing the locker room. Remember what happened with Mark Trestman. Remember what happened with Matt Nagy. Same thing. They lost the locker room. Only in this instance, it would be way quicker than that. Way quicker than that. So it's just downright scary. I can't remember a time when the morale of the team was so low after just 1 week. After one game, the morale was this low where we're talking about the team could implode. So yeah, man, it's a big, big game, and it's almost a must win at this point. And it's week 2. That's the crazy part. So let me get off my soapbox here and let's answer some questions. All right. Let's answer some questions. Again, super chat for your question to be answered right away, but I appreciate you guys. So let's see here. Christopher, they were playing as if there was a 5-year-old playing man. Yeah, the play calling was awful. Luke Getzey talked about it a little bit today, and he said, oh, yeah, we did some good things on offense. The only good thing that happened was that the game ended. That was it, Luke. There was nothing good about that game offensively. Angelo Thurman, yes, indeed, it's a must-win. We can't start 0-2 and play KC week 3. Yeah, you play KC week 3, so if you lose, you're going 0-3. Jimmy, Fields can't identify open receivers and hit them with the pass. Look, I understand that right now Justin Fields does not have confidence. I totally get it. And he has missed receivers and missed guys that are open. And that's why I'm not absolving Justin at all. He's got to get it together. He has lost the confidence that he needs to get back, and he needs to, regardless of the coaches, be able to build that confidence back up. If the coaches have broken Justin Fields just like they broke Mitch Trubisky and just like we've seen with quarterback after quarterback after quarterback in Chicago, it's just going to be another list, another name on the list. Because we can't develop quarterbacks. So, yeah, I understand Justin needs to be better. He needs to play better. He knows that. I just hope he gets it together and doesn't lose his confidence. Lindsey Gardner, the good news, can it get worse? I guess not. Honestly, maybe it could. Maybe everyone can get fired next week. But yeah, it's pretty bad right now. I guess the only way to go is up. Nate 115 1115, excuse me. I don't think it's must win, but the morale in the team is so low after the loss to Green Bay. Losing again would only break the team spirit. They're going to need to dig deep to get out of this hole. That's exactly what I'm saying, Nate. The morale of this team right now is terrible. Terrible. It seems like nobody believes each other. Nobody trusts each other. I didn't even mention the whole Chase Claypool situation about how Matt Eberflus could have backed him up and said, no, Chase is my guy. He's going to obviously be good to go out there. We believe in him. We trust in him. And he just like, we're evaluating everything right now. We're evaluating everything right now. Like that's an answer you give like later on in the season, not week 2. Look at what Andy Reid did when Kadarius Toney dropped all those passes. Andy Reid said we're going right back to him because that's what you do. You back your guys, even if behind closed doors, that's not the case. Just not good, man. Just not good. Kenny, San Diego, worst case Faiz, 2 top 5 picks in 2024. Yeah, I mean, that is a silver lining in all this is if it doesn't work out, hey, Ryan Poles gets two more shots next year. But at this point, do you trust anybody on this organization, including Ryan Poles? Because Justin Fields is the most gifted and talented quarterback in Chicago Bears history. And we can't seem to figure it out with him. So you really think if we get Caleb Williams, we're not going to go through this process 3 years from now? You don't think so? Because this is, to me, an organizational thing. This is the fact that, hey, quarterbacks go to die in Chicago. You see my background. It's dark for a reason because quarterbacks go to die here. We can't develop for you know what. It's pathetic. Super chat. I appreciate that, Craig. Let me pull it up here for you guys. Josh Craig, do you think Fields needs to step up as leader and hype this team on the sidelines? Eberflus should do the same, but still someone needs to. Yes, absolutely. Justin needs to be more confident. His press conference was depressing. His press conference was low morale, low confidence. He needs to step it up. Even if he has to fake it, step it up and say, look, I'm the leader of this football team. I know we had a tough week 1, but we're going to bounce back. We're going to make it happen, and we're going to go out there and we're going to produce. And if you can't do that, and you know what? If they can't, do this at least, where they're able to instill confidence, even if it's fake, then what they need to do is just shut up. I'm serious. They just need to shut up. And they could say this. If the media asks them a question, look, we didn't perform. There's nothing to talk about. Talk, right? Everyone wants to just talk. You don't deserve to talk. You were terrible. Let your game speak. So unless you're going to instill confidence and say, I still believe in my team and I'm going to make sure that we turn this around, just shut up. No one wants to hear it. Let your game speak. Might be a little harsh, but I'm sorry. It's that point of where we are right now. Duke with the super chat. Appreciate that, dude. Should Badgett be given a shot for real minutes early in the season if Fields can't get it done? Badgett acts upon his instincts. Fields doesn't have the same instincts. I don't believe so, and here's why. Look, if Justin Fields is not the guy, I need to be 1,000% sure. Because even with Tyson Badgett, hopefully I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but even with him, the Bears aren't going anywhere. This is not a Super Bowl team. This is, at best case, like I thought, a fringe playoff team. So I need to see that, hey, I know for a fact Justin's not the guy. We have to move on. Then we can bench him, sure. Or if the season's lost, right? We're out of the playoff elimination. It is what it is. But yeah, no, I'm not ready to go there yet. Dark Ross, let's say Fields plays like a great 3 TD, 250 passing yard game because I see it. I really hope so. I hope so. I hope Justin balls out. Should Rojo start against the Bucks? Phoenix Dark Prince? Yes, absolutely. I actually have a video recorded where I'm talking about why I believe Roshan Johnson should already be the RB1. Folks, when you've got a situation in which the team morale is so low, you need to just get a spark for your team. Roshan Johnson is that spark. This man runs angry. He runs with passion. He kind of runs like Isaiah Pacheco. I think he's better than Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs, where like you see Pacheco every time he runs the football, it looks like, you know, he is angry at somebody. Same thing with Roshan Johnson. Give the kid carries. He's special. Let's get some more questions in here, folks. Super chat if you want your question answered right away. Nostalgia. Caleb Williams' dad already said his son isn't playing for a dysfunctional franchise. He will not be an option. Absolutely. Yeah, Caleb Williams is going to see, hey, the Bears have the number 1 overall pick. I don't want to go there. That's where quarterbacks go to die. They can't develop a quarterback. Just put us in the same list as the Browns, as the Commanders, as teams like that, where the Jets, we can't develop a quarterback. Because we have had the most talented quarterback in Chicago Bears history, and his confidence looks like it's shot. Justin Fields looks like a deer in front of headlights. Doesn't know what's going on. That's what we've done to him. That's what we've done to him. Bears and Cigars, they need to hire an established head coach. Why do we always hire these first-time head coach coordinators, get a head coach that are established? I agree. You know, the Matt Eberflus hire, I was never a big fan of. I was at best lukewarm on. But it's like, hire guys that have done this. Right? When the Cubs hired Theo Epstein, you knew he was proven. You know, hey, I'm getting a guy that's done this before. The last 2 hires have been first-time head coaches, Matt Nagy, Matt Eberflus. I don't want any more Matts, by the way. Hey, maybe I don't want any more Ryans as my GMs either. But point is, look, I know Sean Payton hasn't done anything yet in terms of, you know, the Broncos because it's been 1 game, but why didn't you go after Sean Payton? Get some proven guys in here that have gone there and done it. All right? Otherwise, you're just taking chance after chance after chance. From the rack, y'all tripping on Justin. It's week 1, dude. Look, I'm not just talking about Justin. I'm talking about the entire team. The morale of this team is lower than I've ever seen it. And I believe in Justin. I think he'll turn it around. I'm just saying that I wish he would show more confidence. I wish he would show more confidence. Fun guy. I think we just got punched in the mouth. That hurts. Obviously, the team feels it. This will be the true test to bounce back. We have the pieces. We just need to do it. I 1000% agree. We just need to bounce back. But if we don't, then what happens? Like, let me just ask you guys this. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your confidence that the Bears go into Tampa and get a win? 10 is it's a lock. 1 is there's no shot. Where do you guys stand? Tell me. I'm probably right now, if you ask me, I like probably a 6 because it's Tampa and not like a better team, but it could be lower. I'm probably at a 6. Dominic, we need to establish the one. It opens up so many opportunities for a good offense. Yeah, we need to, but this week might not be the week to do it because Tampa's good against the run. So you might need to air it out. And if you got to air it out, use your weapons. Use your weapons. Ahmad Cole, why is DJ Moore not in the game? I don't know, and apparently neither does Matt Eberflus. Go figure. All right, more questions here for you guys. Super chat. If you want your question answered right away, yeah. See the answers here: 1, 5, 7, 4, 6, 5, like 2, 3, 0. My goodness, yeah, it's terrible. It's bad. Katie, not a Bears fan, but maybe if Justin had a number 1 receiver, Katie, come on, you got to be trolling, man. DJ Moore's the number 1 receiver. They just need to throw him the football more, please. Vinal Luciano, the Bears never played well in Florida. I'm on about a 4. Yeah, well, yeah, it's hard. The weather is going to be very hot. I know that. So let's see what happens. But yeah, it's not a lot by any means. Paul Oliver, Eberflus making Nagy look competent. Look, here's what I will say, man. Here's what I will say. Matt Nagy, and even we'll bring in a guy like Mark Trestman. Both of those guys were actually still at one point able to get some competent offenses or get some competence on their side of the football, I should say, because they were both offensive head coaches. We haven't seen any of that from Matt Eberflus. The defense has not been competent at all. So, like, Eberflus has been incompetent, to say the least. We had good stretches with Matt Nagy. For all his flaws, we won a division title with him. Mark Trestman had us with a top 10 offense. Like, Eberflus has not done anything, not one iota. So, like, why am I believing in him? Right? So it's just bad. It's just bad. Bears and cigars. I trust the players more than I trust the coaching at this point. Yeah, I mean, I don't trust the coaches at all. I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt until, they give me a reason to. So I'm agreeing with you there, Bears. I'm agreeing with you. Moncar, I want to see the blitz. Yeah. Alan Williams, who was, he was dealing with the personal issue today apparently. So hopefully everything's good, but it's weird timing. He obviously does not like to blitz. I don't know why, but he needs to do that this week. Baker's not that mobile of a quarterback. That the Bucks are going to blitz. I know that Todd Bowles is going to blitz. Can you please do that, Alan Williams? Thomas Melander. Does Claypool get benched this game or walk? No, does Claypool get benched this game or next? No, I don't believe Chase Claypool gets benched. I think they know he is one of their best receivers and they know they need him. I don't think they will. Couple more questions here, guys. Super chat if you want your question answered right away. Appreciate all of the chats here. DJ Michael is honestly not sold on Poles either. He had plenty of resources to fix the trenches. I agree. Let's have a quick conversation about Ryan Poles. Ryan Poles is a former offensive lineman. The one position where even if you are his biggest critic, you should have given him the benefit of the doubt was the offensive line. 2 off seasons, he's had to fix it, and it's still terrible. Bottom 5. I understand Tevin Jenkins is out, but Tevin Jenkins isn't Trent Williams. Tevin Jenkins isn't some all-pro. He does not make that big of a difference. I ask you, besides maybe the number 1 overall pick and trading that and getting a decent haul forward, what else has Ryan Poles done? Drafted Velus Jones Jr., who is an absolute bust at this point. The Chase Claypool trade's not looking good. Hasn't fixed the trenches. So I know every GM has his hits or misses, but I'm just saying it has not looked good for this point for Ryan Poles either. I still believe in him more than like Matt Eberflus, but he hired Eberflus. So maybe I shouldn't. Super chat here again from Duke. Fields will never be a pocket passer. You have to roll him out, play action, etc. Every rollout is an option play with the QB like Fields. 1,000% agreed with you, Duke. Look, Lamar Jackson is how many years into his career now? Is he a pocket passer? No. Do the Ravens still know he's elite and they believe in him and they paid him? Yes. Justin Fields is not the quarterback that you ask to sit back in the pocket 30 times a game in shotgun and deliver. You roll him out, you use his legs, you use him on play action, and that's how you design your offense around him. Just like with Lamar Jackson. So if the Ravens can do it, why can't the Bears? Oh, that's because quarterbacks go to die in Chicago. It all comes back to that, right? The night is darkest before dawn, folks. Will the Bears rise? All right, I'm done with that line, I promise. Phoenix Dark Prince, should there be an overhaul on the coaching staff? There should be, but it's not going to happen right now. I'd give it a little bit more time. An O-line takes a while to develop, though. Usually takes about 5 years. No one's going to wait 5 years in this time. You can't wait that long. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Easy takeoff. Cut Lucas Patrick. Lucas Patrick has been stealing money from the Chicago Bears, man. He has not done anything since we've signed him. Another Ryan Poles free agent bust signing. Don't mean to pile on here, but it's just facts. Hasn't been able to stay healthy. When he's been healthy, hasn't looked good. Like, Lucas Patrick hasn't done anything worthwhile for us. OE Weka 1. I want to see more physical play, some emotion, some heart, some we trying to destroy these guys. Yes, we saw a little bit of that early on in that game when Fields got knocked down and the offensive line came to go ahead and have his back. But other than that, we really haven't seen much. Really haven't seen much. Mankar or Monkar, I want to see play action. I agree. Lucha Paglia C. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I probably butchered it. Let's be real. Getsy pulls and Eberflus can't make just pull the trigger and throw to open receivers. Agreed. You are right about that. They can't. But hear me out. And I told you, I'm not absolving Justin. I told you he's at fault here too. He needs to hit the open receiver. And maybe he is not the guy. But what I'm trying to tell you with Justin Fields is that he is still not being utilized the right way. In the game against the Packers, they still dropped him back and did not do any play action, bootleg rollouts, didn't get him on the move, did not utilize his skill set appropriately. He still missed guys, but the game can still be better. So both things are true. Justin needs to hit the open receivers, which he hasn't been doing, and the offensive game plan still has to be better around him. All right, guys, a couple more here. Super chat if you want your question answered right away. A lot of questions here. Beers and Cigars, if he's dealing with personal issues, I hope all is well, but that's when Flus got to step up and call plays on D. I agree. I think Matt Eberflus should take over play calling right now. He probably won't for the defense, but I think he should. Sunny days, man, the play calling is just so weak compared to other teams. It's so frustrating. I agree, man. I agree. We can never just get this right? It's just never easy for us. DePino Lanes, how do QBs die in Chicago? Do they die before they arrive? No, not really. Justin Fields was a top prospect coming out of Ohio State. And I know what people will say, OSU quarterbacks, Faiz, when have they ever panned out? Blah, blah, blah. Look, when you're scouting quarterbacks, you don't base how they're going to do in the NFL based off of where they went to college. I mean, come on now, right? We can give example after example of guys that just went to, not D1 schools and turned out to be very good quarterbacks. So Justin Fields was a top prospect coming out of college, and his career in Chicago thus far has not been, going to the level you would have thought. Mark Suncardi, when do they bench Fields for Bajan? I don't think they will. I think unless Justin Fields gets hurt, injured, I don't think he's getting benched at all this entire season. DePino Lane, Fields is going to San Fran and will put up numbers. Don't think so. That's not the quarterback that Kyle Shanahan likes. He wants a guy that's a pocket passer, and that's not Fields. A couple more questions here, guys. Super chat if you want them answered right away. Trying to get through these as many as I can. But thank you so much for all. Am I crazy, by the way? Like, thanks guys for the support and stuff, but I don't think anything I've said has been like out of line here. Like, we got to call out the incompetence. Ryan Johnson, love the Bears, but this season will determine if I leave as a football fan totally. All right, so let me just rant about this real quickly because Ryan, you brought up a good point. All right, I don't like bandwagoning. Okay, I don't like to hop on to different teams. Okay. And I think I mentioned this in the other live, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself. But I could very easily today just tell you guys I'm no longer a Bears fan. I'm going to be a Chiefs fan. It's very easy for me to say that. Chiefs are good. They have the best quarterback in football. They're probably going to win the Super Bowl. Very easy. So I don't like bandwagon fans. But what do you do if your team has been incompetent your whole life? What do you do? Well, you hit them where it hurts. Their pockets. So if you always go to Bears games, maybe don't go this year. They don't deserve your money. Maybe if you always buy Chicago Bears merch, maybe don't buy it this year. They don't deserve your money. But definitely do still support me, by the way, guys. Hopefully this isn't costing you anything, hopefully. But my point is you hit them where it hurts. And that could be a temporary thing. Look, I'm going to be a Chicago Bears fan forever, right? You could say that. It's hard to be because I'm from the city of Chicago, so I'm not going to it's just where you're from, man. Like born and raised, but I am willing to call out the incompetence and I am willing to say until this team turns it around, they're not getting another dollar from me. All right? They're not. I could still be invested and not invest money in this team. So when you say I'm going to leave this team as a fan after the season, if they don't get it together, temporarily, Ryan, you don't have to completely get off. We got another super chat here from Duke. Thank you, Duke. Crazy that you don't understand that Bagent is a pure quarterback / pocket passer. If they don't play to field strength and play Bagent, I 100% agree that Bagent is a pocket passer. I 100% agree. I'm just telling you, there's a few things that are absolutely going to be correct, I feel like. Justin Fields is not getting benched unless he gets hurt. Okay. I think we need the rest of the 16 games to determine his future here in Chicago. He will not succeed if they don't play to his strengths. And with Tyson Bagent, the Bears really aren't going to go anywhere that they weren't going to go with Justin Fields. Now you could say, hey, what if Bagent turns out to be the next Brock Purdy? Sure. You would love that. But I don't really see Tyson Bagent going anywhere. So, he'll still be on the team probably next year. So I don't see the rush. Philip Dalmar, keep watching games, but don't mind merch. Exactly. Just don't give $1 to the team, man, until they turn it around. That's it. So, Lucha, the drafting and QB next year talk is what's annoying, especially if Tyson isn't given a chance for. Here's the thing, man. You can draft quarterbacks over and over again, and I 100% agree. You should keep trying to. And next year's quarterback class is looking good. But I'm just afraid that the infrastructure is just going to keep letting these guys fail. Like, are you guys not worried about that? Like, if we do get a Caleb Williams, if we do get a Drake May, if we do get one of these top quarterbacks next year, like, if they're behind a bad offensive line and they're not being coached to their strengths, like, won't they fail as well? Like, tell me a quarterback right now that, like, has a bad offensive line, doesn't have a coach coaching to his strengths and still doing good. Like, it's hard. Look, there are guys definitely where their talent will just pop. Like, you will see the talent right off the chart. Again, Joe Burrow with the bad offensive line, Deshaun Watson in Houston with the bad offensive line. That can be the case. And even Justin Fields last year with the bad offensive line, rushed for 1,000 yards, second most by a quarterback in NFL history. But I'm talking long term. Yeah, right? I'm talking long term. Can you properly develop in a bad infrastructure? I don't think you can. Look at Jalen Hurts, man. Eagles offensive line, those weapons, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, that defense, that coaching staff, replace him with Justin Fields. Imagine if we had Jalen Hurts here behind this offensive line. I'm just saying, like, in football, infrastructure matters a lot. A lot. All right, couple more questions here. If you guys have super chat, please do send them here. Appreciate the support. We got Thursday Night Football tonight, so I'm hyped for that. Eagles and Vikings. You guys know I got the Eagles in that one. But what did I think? I think I took them against the spread as well. All right, and you guys can ask me any other NFL questions too, fantasy questions, whatever the case is. Love hanging out and talking with you guys. All right. How long does Matt Eberflus last? Okay, good question. I'm going to say this. You would think Matt Eberflus could get the entire season just like Justin Fields. I don't believe that to be the case. All right, I think Matt Eberflus, if midway through the season, the Bears, are 2-7, 3-8, something like that. I think if they're getting blown out every game, I think midway through the season, he could get fired. I think there's a chance it could be an in-season firing for Matt Eberflus just because of the fact that, the incompetence. Someone has to take the fall. At that point, the Bears were expected and are expected to take the next step this season. And if they don't, somebody needs to get the blame, and that would be Matt Eberflus, in my opinion. Edgar Madrano what's up, Faiz? Saying hello from Monterrey, Mexico. You believe the Bears can win more than 6 games this year? Hey, Edgar, how's it going, man? Shout out Mexico. Love going there. Cancun, one of my favorite spots. Went there March, I believe, of this year. That was fun. Can the Bears win more than 6 games this year? Yeah, I had them winning 9 games. 9 games. All right. So, of course, I think they can win 6 games. This is what needs to happen for the Bears to turn their season around. Justin Fields needs to play better. They need to be able to rush the passer. I don't believe they will be able to win games consistently if they cannot rush the passer, get pressure on the quarterbacks, other opposing teams' quarterbacks. Like this is not the type of team that's going to win shootouts. Maybe they can if Justin Fields takes the next step, but I don't believe so. And the schedule is fairly easier for them to be able to win more games. So yeah, absolutely. I think they can win more than 6 games. Right now it looks dire. It looks very dire, but I think they can. At least that's what I predicted. Duke, why they won't bring Bagent in 10 times a game? I doubt they will. They will fear quarterback controversy. That has never happened, Duke. Never happening. They don't want a quarterback controversy. And Bagent's not like this mobile gadget type quarterback that you can put in a game like a Trey Lance or something and run like a quarterback sneak with him. No, they won't do that. He's a strict backup, and he's not even the direct backup. He's QB3. All right, we got a non-Bears question here. Michael preferred. Does Brandon Staley complete the season? I believe so. I know they lost to the Dolphins, and that was abysmal, giving up all those points here. But man, just they are too talented for them to not get it done. I think they will have a really good season. I mean, I picked them to win the damn Super Bowl, so they better. Maybe this is the last year I'm picking the Chargers, by the way, if they don't get it done. But I think he completes the season. I can't see it becoming that disastrous. I really don't. Here we go. DGA Daniels, whether they tanked on purpose or not in 22, they established a losing culture, and that's going to be a challenge to overcome. Absolutely. You know, sometimes you think, hey, we got the number 1 overall pick, but at what cost? The cost was literally a losing culture. A losing culture. So I agree with that. Seth Williams, Faiz, you are the GOAT. Do you think our defense will step it up even with the injury to Kyler Gordon? Hey, Seth, thanks for the love, man. No, I have my doubts. Honestly, against Tampa, look, Baker, isn't an elite quarterback by any means, but, they have weapons, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, the receivers. The problem with Kyler Gordon is we don't have a direct backup that I feel confident in. Josh Blackwell is dealing with an injury. Do you put Terrell Smith inside? Do you put Stevenson inside? It's like, so the secondary already wasn't that great, or at least it was very young, but now it's like one of your better players is out. So I hope they step it up. I hope they blitz more. Maybe I'm going to be more hopeful for the front for the front defensive line than the back end, but we'll see. Mark Sancardi, love the podcast. Bear down, literally. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate the support. Shadow of 12, we should cut Rasheem Green, resign Terrell Lewis. If not, hey, they have to blitz, then sit Lucas Patrick, move Cody back to center, and start either Feeney or Carter. I agree. We need to make some changes here. I think, again, if the Bears this game do not put out a competitive game out there on tape and look halfway decent, there will need to be some major changes. Rasheem Green, yeah, I agree. He was never a guy that I was crazy about. Lucas Patrick, I already told you guys, he's been stealing money from this team at this point. It's been bad. It has not done anything for us. And as far as Feeney or Carter, yeah, the offensive line hasn't looked good, so maybe see what Dan Feeney can do. BBL Senior, prediction for the Tampa game. Look, I might be crazy, but if the season is on the line, and literally it's not, but figuratively it is, if the season is on the line, if the team morale is on the line, I got to pick the Bears. I know. You guys might probably think I'm crazy. I'm doing it one more time because they are the more desperate team. Tampa Bay won a game they were not expected to win, and they weren't supposed to win. So they're playing with kind of house money, right? I know they're favored in this one, but it's the 3-point spread. That's the normal default spread Vegas gives to home favorites. But the Bears are desperate, or at least I hope they are. And I believe the more desperate team wins when it's an even matchup. I got the Bears winning 24-17 in Tampa. Philip Delmar, this is still a rebuilding process. It sucks to lose, but patience is the key. Although we are out of patience at this point. Phil, I think that's the point right there. Look, everyone knows it's a rebuilding process. If we lost to the Packers last week by a point or two or three, Justin looked good, the O-line looked good, the defense looked good, and the Packers just flat out outplayed us at the end, so be it. I'd happily take that L and be like, hey, look, we got progress. But it just looked incompetent. It looked like a team that, hey, you had all off season to prepare for this one game. This one game you had all off season to, and you looked like you didn't know what you were doing. That's the problem. That's the problem. All right, guys, just a few more minutes here, and then I got to get out of here. Please do submit some super chat questions if you guys would like to. Here we go. Oh, my bad. AC Adam Lewis already signed with the Saints. I did not know that. Good catch on that. MC Season, what do you think are the chances Roshan gets much more snaps? I think it's a high chance he is the guy on the team last week that showed any signs of life. I absolutely think he's going to get more snaps. Ian, I got the Bears winning 21-13. That's a pretty decent, prediction. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. Who's the next head coach if Poles and management decide to part ways? I don't know exactly who the next head coach is, but I'm going to tell you right here, right now. I'll tell you right here, right now. Whoever the next head coach is for this team and the next general managers for this team, if Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus do not work out, they better have experience previously at the position. No more first-timers. No more first-time head coach. No more first-time GM. Nope. Don't want it. Man, please, Baker's about to get off. Oof. I hope not. I hope not. Sunny Day is a must-win, no doubt. Yep. Must-win. All right, guys. Appreciate it, man. I'm going to get ready for Thursday Night Football here. Can't wait. And live streams are going to keep coming. Appreciate you guys. And thank you for showing all the love. And I'll talk to you guys soon.